Hello, friends. I'm again Lieutenant Colonel B.G. Ray back with you, and welcome to SSB 101. Let us do some hard talks. I know, Samanyu, you have a couple of questions in your mind, but let me first today deal with a very crucial issue. What is successful training? Let me try to throw some light on this. Whether it is successful training or effective training or effective preparation for SSB, even if it is an individual's own preparation, self-study, I'm talking about that. What needs to be called as effective training or successful training? I don't have to explain what is successful training, because when the training is result oriented and finally a candidate is recommended, everyone would say that the training was effective or successful training. But I differ a little from this. The effectiveness of training need not be always measured in terms of a recommendation, or in your terms, like candidates use terms like conference out, screened out, merit out, and medical out. So the success, as per me, is actually what has been the outcome of learning. Whether it is a 10 days course, 12 days course, or 1 month course, or it is an individual's effort for is a 2 months preparation immaterial. But nowadays, like digital platform is so popular, and in the digital platform, the success of a platform is measured by number of likes, share, and subscription. So if a website or a YouTube channel is looks attractive, uh, digitally well prepared, then the number of likes are more. Would you agree with me this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But out of those 2 lakhs shares or subscribed people, how many are actually seriously prepare for SSB? How many actually go for SSB? Nobody knows. But the number is very important. So when a candidate is recommended, normally the credit is snatched by the trainer or the training institute. If the candidate is not recommended, he fails, then normally the blame is on the head of the candidate, that he did not perform well or he did not put in individual efforts and things like that. However, my point of view is uh, a training is considered successful, or the real training is if due to the training the candidate is able to bring some improvement, is able to enhance his personality at the end of the training. Now, that improvement, is it good enough to be recommended in SSB or not, is another question. But my first point is the training one receives must impact his real life, a real day-to-day life. Then only there will be no difference between his test responses and his natural real life responses. So it becomes a part of his habit. That, to my mind, is real training and real personality development. It actually should be called pre-SSB personality development course. So instead of learning about various tests mechanically or blindly, it is good to understand the philosophy, the requirement, what is expected, and on what basis the tests are constructed, that helps a lot. And to ultimately make it a part of your life. So whether this improvement is good enough or not, again, it depends on various factors, like whether he was successful in implementing things in his day-to-day life, or how much individual effort was put in. Then the most crucial thing is, from the day the training is over and the day he goes for SSB, that period varies from case to case. It may be just after 2 days he is going, or after 2 months a person is going for actual SSB. So this gap period, how best it was utilized, is also another important factor in deciding. And finally, what was the performance? What did he do in the actual SSB? It is like a player on the practice days, he was playing extremely well. But on the day of the match, on the final day, when the stadium was full, people were clapping and shouting, something happened and the player did not perform to his best. So I have seen that it happens this way in case of some candidates. In case of some other candidates, it is the reverse. During the training period, his performance just average or little above average. But after reaching SSB, when he saw that military ambience and the other candidates who have come from different parts of the country, it is self-motivating and he actually crosses his own limit. And the performance is much better than what he was showing in the training period. So both are possible. Mind you, it is a assessment of personality. So what the candidate does in those 4 5 days finally decides the result. What was his background? How much effort he has put in? Those remain in the background, but actual performance is the index of his selection. Yes, you wanted to ask me something.
Yes, sir. So my first question is whether all this pre-SSB training or coaching, is it absolutely necessary before going for the SSB? Because some say that it changes you, since you have said that SSB is nothing but it's a personality test. So does going through this hamper our progress, or does it actually help us to reach our goal? Because sir, if you see 10-15 years before, there were no coaching institutes. Officers like you, they simply attended the SSB without knowing much, and they cleared it using their personality alone without actually knowing about the test. So why is it changed? Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a very relevant question, and uh, I have seen many aspirants asking this question. In simple language, you are asking me such a pre-SSB training, which is unfortunately called coaching, does it have a good effect, positive effect, or it has adverse effect?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now that is why I gave the little background of a training. So a person who is totally new to the assessment system, you will agree that if he has gone through a little bit of training, at least the fear of unknown is removed. He is not taken for surprise, and he is expecting everything. He knows what is forthcoming. So one advantage that cannot be disputed. Then it is the quality of training. It is, if it is, the training is such that it amounts to spoon feeding. I'll give you a concrete example, you will understand better because you have attended one SSB. For example, uh, there are some training programs where uh, the mock interview is conducted, right?
Yes, sir.
So if a question is asked and the instructor also tells the trainee the answer, it is actually as per him. So the trainee develops a habit of preparing certain questions in advance and also prepares the answer for those questions given to him by somebody, by his mentor. So that kind of training or come to WAT, word association test. You may prepare during your preparation stage, you may write 200 words and write those sentences. But you will agree that when you go to SSB, the words will appear before you on the spot. You are supposed to see them and write your response. Even if there are 10 words which you prepared at the time of prepare your study during the course, I doubt if exactly those sentences will come to your mind. Even if it comes, that will take care of 10 sentences, whatever the 50 other. So that is the difference between uh, coaching and training, I would say. Spoon feeding and guiding a person based on psychological principles, and always the aim should be to make his psychological foundation stronger, tell him the principles, the mechanism. I will quote another example. I know a candidate who was taught how to put various types of knots with the help of a rope, and actually I learned two, three techniques from him. He knew so many types of, how to put different types of knots. Then after the SSB, he was coming and telling me, sir, I got a command task where there was no rope. The rope was not given as a, nor it was required. So that is the difference. Now, have you understood? Or should I
Yes,
say,
sir.
if
I've understood,
the,
sir.
if the training is sound and it is based on a psychological foundation and it is not amounting to spoon feeding, it is not mechanical, that type of training is definitely helpful. But it depends who is your teacher, what kind of training you are receiving. And you were talking about 20 years back. Yes, I agree. The level of competition has increased. You see, tomorrow is the NDA examination, right? 14th
Yes, sir.
November. Do you know that 5 lakh 70,000 applications have been submitted? And out of 5 lakh 70,000, 1 lakh 78,000 are girls who are appearing in NDA written examination for the first time. So the level of competition has increased. So one cannot just walk in. Some kind of orientation, some kind of preparation, guidance, whatever you call it, is definitely required. I hope I have made you understand.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So my second question is, sir, I noticed something very quite peculiar in the while I attended the SSB. Sir, I've seen that people who have candidates who have gotten recommended previously from a different board or the same board, again, when they are appearing for SSB, they are getting screened out or conference out. Even my own friend, he got recommended from University Entry Scheme Navy, and then he was screened out while he attended for SSC Tech in Allahabad. So, what do you have to say about this, sir? Right.
Not only me, if you ask any former SSB assessor, the answer from SSB would be on these lines. That we, in front of us, there is a candidate, we ask him to perform various tasks or tests, and the selection, recommendation, or rejection is totally based on the candidate's performance on those 4 days. This is a very, again, usual question some people ask me rather sarcastically that, sir, he went for the second attempt only after 2 months and he was not recommended. Do you mean to say that the candidate's personality changed in 2 months' time? But the same logic is applicable to a candidate who clears SSB in his eighth attempt. 10th attempt. That time nobody asked the question. The sixth time the candidate was not recommended, and how suddenly his personality improved. I always give one example. It is like, suppose I am a selector of a football team. I'll put a notice, all those who play football, please assemble on the football ground at 4 o'clock. I'll make two teams and make them play. During those 90 minutes of play, whosoever displays his skill better will be selected in the college team or school team. If a person comes to me and says, sir, you didn't select me, I was captain of my village team, I scored 10 goals in that previous match, this, that, the selectors will say, that is your background, that will be in your PIQ, fine. But your selection is based on how you perform during those 90 minutes, or in case of SSB, what was your performance in these 4-5 days. So anything can happen. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you to all other friends. I hope you have enjoyed this educative conversation or interaction, and do like the video and share, and do not forget to subscribe for SSB 101 by IFDO Hyderabad. Thank you and see you again. Looking forward to meet you again.